today, Rinpoche began the second chapter of the Introduction to the Middle Way. And this chapter emphasizes the importance of having ethical discipline and coupling that ethical discipline with generosity. Because if one is only generous but is missing ethical discipline, one will just be born into the lower realms but have nice things. Nipa. Nishe Kalikasong, ne leka the sa chutsu nipa. Dago chutsu ni dan cheka. I need tea, caffeine, please. I got home from work at like 2:30. Not really work, I was helping someone work. I also need a pen if that's possible. Somebody got all of them. All right. No, I was helping just a friend to help make dough. Yeah, he got a big order. Yeah, but no, pizza. Dead school Rinpoche, the Kon Leka Yure. Yeah. Gongel Mepa Cheek. Yeah, no, my friend had a big order for dough. He owns a couple pizza places and has a commissary, and I told him I'd help him out. It's where he prepares all the food for the restaurants.
That's what he does?
He doesn't prepare it he does some of it at the restaurants, but
that's pretty cool.
Delania makes over 2,000 pies a week. You store all that in just a little pizza place.
From scratch? Okay. Made it from scratch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of these?
No, thank you. This stuff's so hot.
You want another cup?
No, it's cool. It's too hot to drink. How much longer is that? Is that a minute away? Can I put water in my tea?
Yeah.
It's hot. Is that cold-ish?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So I can drink it. Cool. Tsapo. Shade at Tsapo. That's a little better. Okay. Dagong nge tobo pizza sakang yore nge kong ropache so dagong gangit nge leka yomare leka yomare ngo yomare kaleka pudu korwa cup. Chan pizza gapo mare. Chan pizza gapo due. Geshe Lharampa. Chan pizza gapo mare be. Are we good? Okay, Diksung Rinpoche.
Yeah.
I asked him if he likes pizza. No, he doesn't like pizza. He loves pizza.
No, he doesn't like it. He likes it.
Correct. Rinpoche loves it. Geshe Nima hates it.
Tanga zo oman juba. Oman juba wa tango de le nye to sonji de na tonga je. Sonji shang ju sen ba le to yin ji sen de zo ma lo. Shang ju sen je sen na ji jos. Nye to de sonji de zang je nye bu de tonga le ji ba des. Tonga shang ju sen ba le chung ba des. Shangju Senpa de Niji Seta Nisu Melu Tang Shangju Sen Jese Naji Jo. Hiji Chenpo Tang Nisu Melu Tongji Tupi Shirab. Niji Seta Nisu Melu Shangju Sen Jo Mao. Shangju Sen Mao Sombo de Shangju Sen Jo Res.
Chiran de Mamala Guna Dixon Gangisina Chiran Tem Ni de Kanga Lasar.
Yeah.
Natsuleu Nipa Lepson. Yine de Chiran Yanger de Namambola Dixon.
Yeah.
Gangisina Chiran Tem Ni de Chison.
Yeah.
Natsu de
다 생제 예바들 세지 비심말로 시비면 연중선은 산도 손바데 예지바데 대시세볼라 대스 된디 나와죠 게데 내미 주바 가이티 르레 샤네 르지 연린도 상르네 제바 조장 상르는 제바 조장데
Namcheng Natsude.
제바 제바샤 하바지 알레 되는 봐
Tuche.
대수 변수인데 다대신 물론도야 채팅 정보모 령아 예지 조나 다주베 담벨레라 주자 소바시 대수 변수인데 다 변수인데 다는 대수 추진 나바다바 추진 싫어질 냥란치라바 다른 싫어 네 물론도요 추진 냥란 치라바 투바이다 아니 물론도요 다대용 거레스 물론도요 아니 추진 점마봉 물론도요 추진 송거레스 령아 이제 좋아 다 주베 담비 레랑 주서 소바시 담 거와죠 소바시레스 게 란데 다시 주차야 달라라데 신도 다원죠 저긴 다들 나다다 신주차 시 차바 자기 나제 게데 되는 주진 라진다 대신 주진 다만주로 대신 주진 다만주로 제실 때는 다도 송자랑 니로 좋아 양다 저완주로 예배 lon수 다는 동에나 저 주진 가만냐래 좀 다른 모두 다 인비인데부터 든두이 되는 해봐도 내도 되는 해봐지 요라스 나를 지금 인비인데부터 내도 되는 요라스 인비론쇼 다는 동안에 저 주진 가만냐래 좀 주진 마송바에서 내 손을 žen데 아니 인비인데부터 어때 든두이 되는 요라스 최준 손바이나 젠비 저보 도와데 든두이 되나 메거레스 what does one is that
They don't agree. The Shiluka Jipa, this Jimbi Lonshu Dani Drongenang Jeput Sun Tsuchim Gamba Nyam Lechung Jeche
인비 lon쇼 다는 동에나 저 주진 가만냐래 요 인비 lon쇼 도와데 내가도 있잖아 해봐데 내 주진 마송 주진 마송을 때네 어떤 데부터 용어레스
Ale
인비 lon쇼 다는 동에나
the key The ngama chiran labson, the jimba yapudu yene suchim yapiomare, the dendru lengdu. The tunda?
다 짐이 롱쇼던 중에는 추진 짐이 롱쇼데 된도잖아 매바다 간도잖아 매바 니로 아니 간도잖아 매가 그 추진 방송하라 되네 공연 소리제 아니 짐이 되고도 된도잖아
Tuche. Gonga mepichi. Yene selpo lagu. Okay, so Rinpoche began by reading a bit of the first stanza and then gave a slight commentary on that. So I'm going to do that and then move to the second chapter is where we actually are. So chapter 1, called chapter 1 in our book. I think it's called the first bodhicitta, maybe. No, it's first bodhicitta, second bodhicitta, third bodhicitta, fourth bodhicitta, fifth bodhicitta. They're not called chapters. So I think it's literally translated as bodhicitta. And I think that I'm going to finish this first before I forget. Homage to Manjushri Kumara, tender, glorious, ever youthful. The Shravakas and those halfway to Buddhahood are born from the mighty sage. So those hearers and those solitary realizers are caused by the Buddha. And the Buddhists take their birth from the Bodhisattva heroes. So what is the cause of the Buddha? The cause of the Buddha is the Bodhisattva. And then compassion, non-duality, the wish for Buddhahood for others' sake are the causes of the children of the conqueror. So here it's saying that these three, great compassion, emptiness, and bodhicitta, are the causes of a bodhisattva. And just as a translator's note, we went over this before, that this is referring to a sharp capacity, because not all bodhisattvas have the non-duality, the emptiness, necessarily. So just as a note, Rinpoche expressed that previously. So that's the first stanza, and then the Buddha begins by celebrating great compassion. So now we'll move on to 2. Immaculate. These names are the names of bodhisattva grounds. So when you look at the 10 bodhisattva grounds, they each have a name. The names of the chapters are the names of each of the bodhisattva grounds. So Immaculate is the second bodhisattva ground's name. So just as a note, Perfect Joy is the first bodhisattva ground's name. So the Immaculate, the qualities of perfect discipline are theirs, and thus they spurn disordered conduct even in their dreams. The actions of their body, speech, and mind are pure. They practice the tenfold virtue on the sacred path. So here it's stating that the bodhisattvas, even when they're dreaming, have perfect discipline. So even in their dreams, they're engaging in virtue, and they're accumulating virtue. Because actions of their body, speech, and mind are pure, they practice the tenfold virtue on the sacred path. So the 10 virtuous deeds on the sacred path, which is the sacred bodhisattva path that's being spoken of in this context. Indeed, their path of virtue in its tenfold aspect, now perfected, is extremely pure and ever radiant like the autumn moon. Their discipline is lovely in its soothing light. If discipline is looked upon as truly and by nature pure, this very thing deprives it of its purity. The bodhisattvas thus are always and completely free from dualistic thoughts, and hence the 3 concerns. The fruits of generosity enjoyed in the lower realms occur through fracturing the limbs of discipline. When capital and interest are both equally spent, there is no further prospect of a future yield. So this is where Rinpoche stopped, and he gave commentary only on the first stanza slightly, and then this 4th stanza, where he said that the meaning of this is, if you engage in generosity, but you don't have ethics, then you're born into the lower realm, but with enjoyments. So you're born in the lower realms, It says, when capital and interest are wholly spent, there is no further prospect of a future yield, meaning that generosity won't yield the enjoyments in the higher realms because it's been used up to enjoy the lower realms of cyclic existence. So that's what the meaning of number 4 is, that that if one has enjoyments in the lower realms, it's because of generosity, and the reason they're in the lower realms is because ethical discipline was missing. So in whatever context or grouping of karmas that gave rise to that experience of the lower realm. And Rinpoche nga triwa yure the gewa ju the semche the shanchu sembi saju the gewa ju
jiba koyo ma
the
kakar
gonga mepishi the Dampi Lamla Chuje Sopar J Lam Ju the Gewe Lam De the Gewe Lam De then the Jew Gewa Jew Gewe Lam De me Gewa Jew get your shagadu
odare
Shanchu Sembi Saju Kargeju.
gawaju the magawaju
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that the tenfold virtue on the sacred path was referring to the 10 virtuous deeds, 3 of the body, 4 of the speech, and 3 of the mind as a note. Digsong Rinpoche, Ganchik, Cheron de Tsash, Shiloka Jipa Lepson.
jeje ngondo yonso seba na shenje dala longjo jomo jos ta jimi jeba ka do sa sona ne shogo yon jeba yon ma des
Lesso.
jomo joro kan se rawan ju ji tune ba keden da jeba ma je na yang sa long yo yang ju ge de shi na ka ga long ju ros ta na ga su ma le tu rawan ye bi de le anu to sa ma je na ne sun ma sa ne sun je sa sun na ye so tigres ti do ma res ti akale ka ba je res
Yeah, that's good.
keden da jeba ma je na yang sa long yo yang ju
Ale.
jo wa tele shi na ka ga long ju ros ne sun ma je sa sun na ye ta de kale ka res
Then Yanjer Yapo Kali Kapudu?
Yeah.
Yanjer Yapo Kali Kapudu?
dendro le
Dendru Yapo. Okay.
ka res
Tuche. If when free and dwelling in a wholesome state, we make no effort to remain there, we'll fall into the depths, and then deprived of freedom, how shall we escape and rise again? So, if we don't take advantage of this human basis that we have while we have it, then it won't be able to. It says, when free and dwelling in a wholesome state, we make no effort to remain therein. And it's referring to the generality of a wholesome state, meaning, because obviously you don't live forever. So remaining therein is remaining in the higher realms of cyclic existence. And if in this life one does nothing to create virtue, which gives rise to the wholesome state, then one will fall to the lower realms. And then it says, how are we going to get out? It's because of its difficulty of getting out. Because as a translator's note, it is said that the longest length of stay is the hell realm in terms of the longest amounts of suffering, where it's some crazy number, like a day's neon, something like that. You can look it up in the Lamrim text. I don't want to say something that's not accurate, but a day in the hell realm is an enormous amount of time, as is in the God's realm. The Rinpoche, the Shapu Chi, Ngelwa, Sheda Rimbo. Hla Shapu Chi Sheda Rimbo. Chipa?
double
Okay, so yeah, the hell realm's length of a day comparatively and a God's realm, or hell and God, are similar in that they're very, very much more than lengths of time. So a God would live much longer than a human, and a hell realm being would live much longer than an animal. Diso.
This is Jimby Teleshuna Ganga Huanju, Tisha Jayu Jimbi Tanzine, Chutin Jendu Tani, Zeba Yens, the what Chutin Latin Shuan Yimbi, you sent Tisha Jayu, Pashin Chugan on the Jimbi Chut Thomas Umbares, Jimbi Tanzine, Chutin Jendu Tani Zeba Yens. Tambu Jimbaji, the neighbor Chutin, or the Sanjik Sumbares, Zebayin. You attend Chutin Shinto, Nabena, Jebulon Sheba Mebanjos, you attend Chutin Shinto, Chutin Gitandu Gitan Pubayina, and what the Jimbi Jebulon Shu, the Juma Sheba Yungures. Jebulin Cheba. Mebanjuros, Debuju Machiba Yungres, Suju Natan, Sonjetan, Shanchu, Rajan Chula, Daning Natan, Jesse Naji, Neba Lebatan, Notijin Sudin Lemes, Sasuju, Suju Natan, Sonjetan, Netu Mariba Netu, Suju Natan, Sonjetan. Niduje, Rajan Chula se Raje. Rajan Chula, Dani Ngena Da, Jesse Naji, Neba Leba Da, Notijun Tudin Legemes, Tatamage, Notuk Jude, two Tudin Res, Tudin Labajan Yomares.
Tuche. Chishina Deka, then God, Shiloka Ni Shilok, Gangisana Mumbo J. Okay, so stanza number. Sorry, what are we doing here? Oh, here, that's the problem. Number 6. Thus, having set forth generosity, the conqueror went on to speak of discipline, for qualities that spring up in the fields of discipline will yield unending fruits of happiness. So when we look at the 6 perfections and the order of the 6 perfections, first the Buddha spoke of generosity, because of the happiness and the enjoyments that generosity creates, and then spoke of ethics because of the states of happiness that creates. So the enjoyments within, so now the enjoyments within the states of happiness are taught within the first 2 perfections. Because for qualities that spring up in the fields of discipline will yield unending fruits of happiness. So that's the reason why directly after generosity, ethics was presented. Common folk and speech-born Shravakas, so I'll just do it. And those established on the path of self-enlightenment, the children of the conqueror also, their final excellence and high rebirth derived from discipline alone. So ordinary beings, common folk, susujul, that means, this word common folk, if you look at the Tibetan, just means someone who's not an Arya. So someone who has not seen emptiness. So there's ordinary beings and superior beings. They've chosen to use common folk, but it should say ordinary beings. And speech-born Shravakas, so this is hearers. So this is another way to say, you can say speech-born Shravakas. I'm not sure. I don't have time to look, but I don't know if they've just chosen to use Sanskrit and English, and they're choosing speech-born instead of hearer, because that's what a Shravaka is. It's someone who hears and is enlightened or born from hearing. So I'm not sure. I'd have to look at. And those established on the path. No, it should now. Let me see. Common folk and speech-born Shravakas, and those established on the path of self-enlightenment. Okay, yeah. So that's referring to the solitary realizers. So you have the ordinary beings, the hearers, the solitary realizers, and and it says the children of their conqueror also, the bodhisattvas, their final excellence and high rebirth. So the final goal of all of those, of the hearers, solitary realizers, and bodhisattvas, and high in rebirth, just in the higher realms, excuse me, I'm sorry, I have hiccups now. All of these things are caused and have at their root ethics. So the root of all of these things, the ordinary beings, realizations, things that occur. So just as a note, we've talked before about before you're even a small scope, but you're studying. So that could be realizations you could have as an ordinary being. It might be also referring to that, just as a note, because there is that category that's even pre-small scope, everything. So it could be contained within that as well. So it's saying that ordinary beings here, solitary realizers, bodhisattvas, all of their goals and the higher realm rebirths are attributed to the root, which is ethical discipline. So that's what Rinpoche called it, the root, when he said it. Okay, the ocean, Jatso, Geshe, okay, Diksong Rinpoche, Jatso Lepsong. The ocean and corpse.
That's what you didn't Passing Jola, you didn't be passing Jordan, you didn't live passing Joe. The country is not Sajik passing Jote, you didn't be passing. Samek passing Jote, and you didn't live passing. What the soon is it?
Parshin Jew, Parshin Drew, the Parshin?
Passing Joe.
Okay.
You didn't be passing Joe, you didn't live passing Joe.
And when we look at the perfections, and we say we divide them by the 10 perfections, Ale, Semche Tambo, Parshin Tambo?
Yes,
Semche Nipa, Parshin Nipa?
Senji Nipa.
Yine Semche Nipa, Parshin Nipa?
What the double.
Drapel du Chipa Yomare?
Cheaper.
And Rinpoche is saying that there is a correlation between the 10 perfections and these 10 bodhicittas. Now, each bodhisattva, there's some connection. And I said, it's the same. He said, similar. And then he said, yeah, we can say same. So there's a connection in some way. He didn't go into it, but so when we look at perfections, there's worldly and outer worldly perfection, and meaning that there are the 10 perfections that are pure and the 10 perfections that are not pure. So the outer worldly would be the pure. Then the Parshin Jikten la Tepi Parshin Jusho. Sena?
Jiden de Parshin Jusho.
Sanjay?
Satogen. Tolan Bayan Chile. Parshin Samek Parshin Jusho. What the inside?
Ton Lampa.
Tolan Bayan Chile.
And Sanjay Dakpar?
Okay,
so an example would be someone practicing the 10 perfections on the path of seeing. Rinpoche, the Ton Lampa, Gom Lampa Kanga, Jikten Latepi?
Ton Lampa, Jikten
Barchi Molam.
Pashinjo. Jikten Pashinjo. Tenaji Sajukala, Jikten Pashinjo, Jikten Live.
I'm Gongel Mepachi, the Gomlam. Gonlampa, Jikten Latepi, Parshinju Dakpar? Gomlam. Tonlam, Gomlam, Melulam.
Jikten Pashinjo, Jikten Live Pashinjo,
Niyere.
Yeah.
Gonjana, Latepi, Gomajana.
Jikten Live Pashin,
Gongo.
Samek Pashinjul Jasuna. Jiden live Pashin.
Then
Sajik Pashinjo, Julijasuna, Jiden Pashinjo.
Then Same Parshin Ju, the Tingenzi Yingu?
Tingenzi Yingu Mare.
The Tomba Ni Yingu Gumare.
Gumare.
Okay, so we're going to table that. I don't understand it well enough to translate it clearly, so it's only a small part that I'm making big. Thank you. Digson Rinpoche.
Yeah. Yangi Duji, Dayu Yuene, Yuejindo, Ruiji, Noa, Sewa Sheba, Umana Jubale, Shenjiba Nibo, Shenji Nibaje, Tashin Bishimalu,
Kashe, the more, the Jatso, the done, let's go 7. Jeta Jatso,
Jeda Jasu Chun Richina,
yeah.
Tashi Nanamata Hajis, Jasu Nalo Ro, and the Lotus on the Sabin, Rotu Jasun Shago Mares.
They don't the garre. Garshine. The ro dan jatso. The ro.
Seja Nalo Jasun, Seja Shasuna, Rodegro. And the Lotus on the Sabin, Jatsu Shulul Dun. Tenaji, Tene Tashi Nanamata Hajis, Tetere Tsujiwaji Dani. Che, the Chiva the legend, Chutin Naba Dabate, Chuchi the legend Negamares, Jatsu the Rodan legend Maneva Jinto, Chutin Naba Dabate, Chuchi the legend Negamares, you get them Pujaim.
They can't sabudu ganges in the ro, the jatso nala, the ro. Shero hula drogudu, then the ro. Then the ro, then the nya sagdu. Then jatso dang the ru, uma dang chu drapudu. The jatsu dang ro, uma dang chu drar. Anyway, I think it's a weird example. I'll read it to you and you tell me. The ocean and the corpse do not remain together. Good fortune and calamity do not keep good company. Likewise, the great ones who have perfect discipline decline the company of dissolute behavior. So the meaning of this ocean and corpse do not remain together is that when one drowns and then the waves toss them around, they don't remain in the ocean. And I'm saying that as the body sinks and decomposes and it becomes one with the ocean like water and milk. So that's where we just came to. It's not like every body is cast onto a shore.
It sinks to the ground, maybe it's part of the ground of the ocean.
It says they don't remain together. Anyway, it's a little small point. We don't. But you see, everyone's thinking. All the Tibetans in the room are thinking. Datayin. Okay. Kensa. Then yine the rule, the parma, the jatso. Then sansan, the jatso card. Sansan jatso card nya yere ru. Nya ru yere. Sansan the me ru yere. Sansan. Yine more. The arila, the seiken, the mambo, the jatso, the rule shagadu. The Italy, the mambo seison, the lo ngapchu ngama, the zopa mambo, zopa ducha mambo yure. Then konso me mambo seison. Then konso the jatso nangla shason. Gangen sena, the Yanjer the ragamare. Gangisena nya sagudu. So maybe that's the meaning. The fish eat it so they don't remain in the ocean. How about that? We moving on. Nene?
Shiyi Bishin Malu Sibime, Yuanjushan San Sombande, Yuanjibade,
Gangi?
This is Ebola.
Could you remember she chukabye? Then that's
Tetsu Chetar Sandi Tawan Junsa. Shiyi Bishin Malu Sibime, Shiyi Bishin Malu Yuanjushan San Sombandes.
Rimche, the Chiran, the Kanga Lomas. Yet, the Kashe, the Chiran, the
Jason Dawale, Simi Sibande, Benjur Trama, Tante, Trama Mende, Junki Dujin Dayu, Yun Jijin to, Juji Don Shebayi,
the Gangi, Ganshi, Gang, La Lojipa.
Kanji, Kala Bon Sheba, Sonto Mebayana, Chujin, Jiden Bay, that Chujin and Jiden, Jiden, Chujin, Jiden, Chujin, the Karesana, Sonto Meba, Sonto Mebayana, and Chujin, the Jiden, Chujin res, Jiden Chujin. Son la Chabe, Donde,
Dale.
Son la Chaba, maybe the manna and Jiden live to the Jagger.
Leso.
What is it?
Okay. So Dene Kangalo.
Jessin the Wall, Semi Sebande, Benju Jamatan, Jamamande, Junkie Duji, Dayun, Chijin to Duji, Duan Shebanjuro, Oman and Jubal, Sanjib and Yibos.
Yapudu. Okay. Restraint, the agent, the object of the same, all disciplined observed with these three thoughts, is said to be a perfect worldly deed. But when these three are absent, it transcends the world. So here it's saying the emptiness of these things. Seeing the emptiness of these things transcends the world and becomes this outer worldly perfection as opposed to an worldly perfection. This is going back to that part that I was having trouble with. So this here it's saying that if the Rinpoche, the Dondagare, the Sundu Mipa Yuna Tsutrim de Jikten la Yi Baro Jin She
So the maybe you know, to
Sun la
the
Chape Tonde
Jiden.
The nay the did you go live with this?
So the maybe you know, so the maybe you be to the Jiden to so the maybe to the Jiden live to this.
This some gare. This some tombani, this some demba madrupa. Sala? They don't gare Rinpoche. Go get me.
You can shower.
You chen.
Jimba Tang Jala Juro, Jimba Tang, son days, Jimba Jinja Lambo Tombedon, Jimba Jinja Lambo Tombedon. What to the ladies are
Tombiton?
Jimba J, Jimba Jala Carton, Kalan Jala Tambaina, Jinjaro, and the Jimba Tang Juro. What to Sumagalo, the Badrubeton in the tender in
Okay, so seeing the emptiness of these three, I think it should say action, agent, and object of the same. But I don't want to. I've been so many places right now that But basically, it's saying that these three are empty of true establishment because Rinpoche said they dependently originate. So this thought of their lack of true establishment is the transcendent perfection, whereas it's worldly to see them as just ordinary, not as singular. When I say ordinary, I mean having true establishment. So believing that restraint or action, agent, and object of the same so Rinpoche is saying of the same, this is referring to the generosity. The person who's being generous, what they're being generous with, and the action of generosity. Seeing that these three things are empty of true establishment is outer worldly, transcends the world, and not seeing them as truly established, as the generosity, the person being generous, and the person being generous to, as being truly established, is worldly. Okay? Sorry, I said that 6 ways. Deriving from the radiant moon of discipline, the glory of the world, while yet transcending it, the bodhisattvas free from stains are now immaculate, and like the moonlight in the autumn sky, they soothe away the sorrows from the minds of wanderers. Here ends the second ground or stage in cultivation of absolute bodhicitta. Okay, that's more I need, Sampa.
Yuejibade, Deshe Sebola, Tese Tendi, Sandi Nawan Jung, Kedemi, Chubangai, Di, Lule Shan Ruji, Yendo, San Rene, Jeba Jojante, Zoba Joba Shila Labaje, Damen Tung Shanju Sambala, Kanki, Kanse, Jetaju kanshi chukun di zojen tara tonga de jan de zoba juros ta shangchu samba tuzuro de jeba tangdu nga tsu nasa namadara yosama da susu shatu ba ne sang jeba tangwa ina tenne wode dungan tanglang zoba de pe sheshe yungures di zoba joro zoba shebe kede te kuen na te la kuen be sheshe dukan jes an tse noba jina pa nyola sheba ina an tsaya yo maris pa noba jina tse noba ji wade chun duwa meba yungures an zoba gongshawa ina ya shures di shi te kuen me and what the nobody was then will do that you matters didn't by didn't paruyan go on your road nobody didn't be load children get this when you by Maggie legend of book 7 joba dobatenico jela nobody on the true donation 사변이도 제답은 집어지 갈래갈래 주나
Chu kabiyore. Chan shaloka J loson desko.
야
It's sopun kabiyore. Desko.
나바시베 그때 되고나 들라 꾸미시 두고지스 첸너바지 반너바지 바이난 너바지
What are you doing?
좋아요 말이죠 양파는
Desko rimche. Nge kabiyore nge hakogo mare tanda. Desko. You did data in. Yene the NGK dan yamdu zugo. Desko.
Yeah.
Desko. Nupa jepa. 3. 4. This becomes 5. 5. 5. Nupa jepa. 5. Ngunje 6. Ngunje Lama Gele Jepa. Okay, so because the fire that burns the wood, Chiran the Delpa Dangare, the Kangalo Rimche,
아 가드
the Yunten Malu, the
요새 말로 던져주신스
Shiloka Chi, then Delpa, Shiloka Chi, Chiran Delpa Danguna, Shiloka Chi Yakshu, then the Sopola Tugure.
요새 말로 던져주신 소나로 루스 니지죠 던져 간도 봐 줘봐 사지셔봐 초와오스
Yapudu.
다티 된다 가르스나 지대는 요새 그걸로 던져근데 버리스 요새 말로 던져주신 소나로 루스 니지죠 던져도 소나가 줘래 이식 두 줘래스 소나 루스 니지죠 전대 가도 봐와 줘봐이 사지셔봐요 줘봐오 전대 봐신 그냥네 첼라바 두노나 사지바 두 사지바 사지셔봐요 줘오스
Did we skip one? What did we do here? Hold on here. That's a Sumba Lepsa. Sumba. Oh, what did we do? That's good. Rinpoche. Gunga mepichi. I think we skipped something here. Tombo. Rinpoche. Ngatsu becha. Tombo. Get chikshina. Detsuko. Semche. Tombo. Rinpoche. Chikshina de Jun. Ngatsu becha junior. Yeah. Semche Tombo. Tsar. Dene. Semche Nipa. Gutso. Then this Sumba Sar.
이바사.
Where in Nipa Kabiore?
이바대로.
Then this Sumba.
손바래.
Okay. Then this Sumba. Okay. We're okay. Just had the glitch in the matrix. Okay, so because the fire, chapter number 3, because the fire that burns the wood of all phenomena produces light. The thing that confused me is Rinpoche just read like 3/4 of this whole thing, and I said, can we just do stanza by stanza? And I had already read all of this in Tibetan in my mind, so I just got confused because I was reading with him. Because the fire that burns the wood of all phenomena produces light, the third ground has been called the luminous. Here, the offspring of the conqueror, behold, a copper-colored glow as the rising sun. Sheji Ushi. Rinpoche, this shloka yanja lorona. Sheji.
Sheji Pishin, Yuden Malo Tundu Generation. Jiden Libi, Yuden Galo Tundu Gres, Yuden Malo Tundu Generation. Sonan Ludu Niji, Tundu to Sonan to Dan, Ishe to Niki Jures, Sonan Ludu Niji. Tundu Kanton Bawa Chobaye, Sat Jibayan the Troll, Tundu Fashing and Chilabaka Tuzuna. Sajiba Tubaris.
Sajiba.
Sadijiba Yun Troll.
Sadijiba Dondagare.
Satamaniba Sumba.
Yeah, the Matsu Injike, the Yomare. Do we have a here the offspring of the copper? Behold, the copper. This. It's very strange. Let's see if it catches up. Then Shaloka Nipa Gare. Gelde Nemin Trupa Gai di Uleshani.
Then the Dishi Sela Dubai Shanju Shula Gumba Lejebi Nawan Sanjibe Sanjushin. Rado Tawadan the Yonsu say, Oman Juba, Sanjeva Jiba.
Dead seed. Are we?
Yedekal Sunan Tundu Gindis.
Oh, we're looking at it. That's the problem.
Shiji Pejima Lucibime, Venusina San Sumbade, Vejiba the Dishi Sebula, Tetsucheta Sandi Nawanjong.
Okay. Okay.
Shiji Pejima Lucibime, Venusina San Sumbade, Sumba to be gozo, Chisang and Hawan Malan the Chamano.
Okay.
What Sasumba to be Taris. 연주선은 산은 송반데 요지바도 디시 세불라 대체 내다를 상지 나와줘 사 어디 대고서 상은 나와나 봐지 말라는데 요하면 상지 나와줘 그들네미 초반 가이 디 르르산의 레지 연에도 사르르는 제바 주장데 저바실 하바지 어떤데 사도서 거슬라 아니 수수 샤바나 사 자마 강강 지바당 바이나 된 등에 당랑 저바도 할벨 하바 용거레스.
And then Rinpoche, the sheji, the ushing malu sepi me, they don't gare, the sikang, they don't.
디바달은 요디 시디니로.
Okay.
시디들 시디비 시스 메가 바로. 돈이도 매 아니 시디가 비진데 쓰는 거로.
Tuche.
What is it?
Tuche.
시디비 심말을 시비매 연주선은 산도 송반데 요지바데 this is Ebola. That's the tendency Sunday now on Jones.
Tuche.
Oh yeah.
Then this shloka ni tuche. Okay, because the fire that burns the wood of all phenomena produces light, the third ground has been called the luminous. Here the offspring of the conqueror behold a copper-colored glow as of the rising sun. So here Rinpoche said that they're comparing fire to the wisdom realizing emptiness, just the wisdom in general, and saying that it is what burns away the afflictive obstructions and the obstructions to omniscience, that specific phenomena. So emptiness is this glow, this burning is shining, is showing. So that's why this ground is called the luminous. Their foes may torture them, though they be innocent. We were one page off, and that's what was happening, he and I. And the pages look identical in the little book. They just aren't the same words. And from afar, I can't see his book, so we were on the wrong road for about 10 minutes. I didn't translate or anything wrong. It was just that chaos. That's what that was all about. Their foes may torture them, though they be innocent, dismembering their bodies piece by piece and cut their flesh and bones in lingering pain. But this serves only to confirm their patience for their butchers. So instead of becoming angry, even if their enemies cut them up in little pieces, even if they did nothing wrong and nothing to deserve it, this bodhisattva sees this as an opportunity to practice patience. So it's almost a joyful experience because here's an opportunity for the bodhisattva to practice patience. Digsung Rinpoche. Dame. The Rinpoche, the Dame Tonwe Shanchu Semba La.
Dame Tonwe Shanchu Semba La.
Ganj.
Dame Tonwe Shanchu Semba La. Gangi.
Ganj.
Ganse Jedar. Ganse Chugun Ti Zunyetar. Dame Ngosung Tonwe Shanchu Semba.
Lesso.
Tonglang Golang. Malulang to the
Lesso.
Or the Suzuki shut the Jimba Tambaina and the Zuba Habat, the Zuba, the Zubing Yan, Shijab.
So for the bodhisattva, the Chirang de Shiloka Kangaloso.
Yeah.
John de Jupar George.
Yeah.
So for the bodhisattva recognizes the lack of true establishment in things, understands the emptiness and dependent origination of things, and therefore sees this the wounds and the harm that's being done as a mirage. So he or she is able to practice patience because of not being caught up in the suffering, the moment of the suffering. Okay, Digsung. Nupa.
Tonga Teja Di Zubanjuro.
Yeah.
Zuba Shebi, Kedete Guna, Tela Kumbi Shis in Dukanche.
Nupa. Chikar. The Nupa.
Naba Shebi, Kedete Guna, Tela Kumbi Shis in Dukanche. Sen Naba Jena, Panela Chebayina, and the answer Panan Duayo Mares. Dukanche. 대시 대군 대시 대군 텔라 네바메스 대데메
Jiten.
지된 바로연 그와주 지된비 최동계는 그래서
The Shilokat Sar. Okay, Lingelo. For if you respond in anger when another harms you, does your wrath remove the harm afflicted? Resentment surely serves no purpose in this life and brings adversities in lives to come. Dene? Ngunje?
Ngaji bayi magi lejin rebukan seba joba tenyi go shijela ne batane chuy dungen shir
Sunam.
saben yi to jeda na tiba shi
Yap, yabudu. The Donagare. The Shiloka.
as saben ngaji bayi magi lejin rebukan nama sa shabe deba magwa ju rebukan seba joba joba tenyi gos jela nabatan chuy dungen shir jela nabatan chuy dungen shir saben yi to jeda bana tiba shi saben yi to jeda bana tiba shi.
For it is taught that harms endured exhaust the fruits of wrongs committed in the past, but damage done to others is itself a source of pain, and thus you plant the seeds of future woe. George. Six. One, two, three. The Ganchir, Jesse.
Kanshi jese nala chuba yina chayong gawa keba ja saba keji kenu te shiris. Jese shanchu sambala chu suna keba ja sabi suna ku su nyanda gres. Kasi keba tongdu sabi kata nyungur saji na keba ja sabi kata nyungur sa kanyi yunguro. Keba tongdu sabi yina tishe chula su tongdu ki nyungba shis. 宣教嘛的宣教，宣教来我的上学上班的村呢，该把东西呗，给咱中国人是。我的家里是呢，上学上班嘛，因为上学上班的村中呢，该把东西呗，给咱中国人是。上学上班我们从那边，有那边的上学上班的村中呢，该把家啥呗，给咱中国人是。
Kalpaja.
Yeah.
Then Shanchu Semba, Ja, Shanchu Semba Mayemba, Shanchu Semba Kalpadun. Okay. Then they get this sar. Then they answer Chua Danlanja.
Okay.
Okay. So, what am I doing? I'm sorry. If you respond in anger with another, I think we did this, but I'm going to do it again. If you respond in anger when another harms you, does your wrath remove the harm inflicted? Resentment surely serves no purpose in this life and brings adversity in lives to come. For it is taught that harms endured exhaust the fruits of wrongs committed in the past, but damage done to others is itself a source of pain. For those you plant the seeds of future woe. Indeed, all anger felt towards a bodhisattva destroys within an instant merits that arise through discipline and giving of 100 kalpas. No other evil is similar to wrath. So this last point that's being made is that anger towards a bodhisattva, because of the basis that one is being angry towards, it's called the power of the basis, you create an enormous amount of non-virtue. And there's two different points that are made. One point's made in the Shanti Deva's Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, and then another point's made in this actual text, Chandrakirti's Entrance to the Middle Way. And one says that you accumulate 1,000 eons of non-virtue, and the other says 100. And the difference is the 1,000 is in reference to a non-bodhisattva saying it to a bodhisattva, and the 100 is a bodhisattva to a bodhisattva. this is the difference in periods of time. The Shanchu Semba Mayimba, Shanchu Semba, the Duchalana, Kalpadun. Shanchu Semba, Duchalana, Kalpaja. Oh, high. Okay, a bodhisattva says to a higher bodhisattva harsh words, then this is 100 eons. So that's the difference. So let me just mark exactly where we are. So, okay, and now we're going to do question and answer. If anybody has any questions, let me just get us to where we're supposed to be. That's obviously wrong. Where is it? Shanchu Sem. Okay, I got it. You got a question?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. So, I've heard a lot in various books that were in the time of degeneration.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've also watched videos and stuff about how the Dalai Lama knows people that are becoming enlightened today,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to know Rinpoche's thoughts on that.
So the Dalai Lama said that he knows. What did he say exactly? Because I want to quote it to Rinpoche, and then ask him the question that way. So did the Dalai Lama said he knows Buddhas, or did he know people who are realized?
He said he knew people because someone was really skeptical, was a Westerner, talking about Buddhism, and he's like, yeah, I know several people that have reached that state. Those are exact words.
The state of Buddhahood.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be so surprised if Dalai Lama said that.
Yeah.
Rinpoche, the kon becha loso, then Jao Rinpoche sumpare, the nga tetsumure. Jao Rinpoche this sumpare mason nga tetsumure. Yene kon the segadu, the triwa dan lenja. Dene me triwa jaso nga tetsum chembo yure. Ngatsu the sanje. Ngatsu nyamdu yo mare, shacha tupa lo mambo ngama, then tanda sanje yo mare. Then Jao Rinpoche sumpare nga sanje kasha ngushegadu ngushegiu. Jao Rinpoche sumpare. Jao Rinpoche this sumpare nga sanje kasha gutsodu tanda sanje. Tanda Sanje, not becha lo yomare, the Tanda Sanje, kon Jao Rinpoche lenja, nga Sanje kashe ngushindu. Jao Rinpoche, this sumpare. Then Rinpoche, Chiran Sanlo gar yube, Chiran Sanje de Tunson. Then Chiran Chiran the Chikshena kon Sanje yin Anjer Gusun Mekashe.
Anju gore.
The yine Tepa Nge Lama Sanje yin the Nyune the Denden Nge Denden Sanje yin Tepa Nyune Kari.
No.
The Ngama Anjer Gusong, the Sanje Yure. Then the Ke Lempa, Tepa the denden ngusum sema.
사지 여보 ngosong re.
So Rinpoche is saying he doesn't know any Buddhas. He's saying he can't say whether or not the Dalai Lama would say such a thing. He said that there are Buddhas among us, but not that. When Rinpoche says that, he's not saying like there. He's saying there's when he says among us, ones that we can't see in this room right now, there are Buddhas because our karma won't allow us. If our karma allowed us, every one of these tankas would turn into a living being, because that's what is stated. They are. So our karma is disallowing us to not be able to see all these emanations. So maybe it was in that context, but I have no idea. So Rinpoche says he doesn't know any Buddhas. He's heard of, though, he said, he's heard of beings that had reached that state, or people say they reached that state, but he doesn't know any of them personally.
And the degenerate thing?
The tanda, me mambo de kelen de tanda de dutsu yapi omare. Ngama sanje dutsu yakshu, then tanda dutsu napo. De garshene.
사지 매상.
It's because there's no Buddha here. It's a degenerate time. No Buddha that is presented to the world here. That says, I'm a Buddha, and people say, that's a Buddha, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Shakyamuni, because there's not a Buddha here, we're in a degenerate time.
Okay.
That's the first sign of a degeneration.
The definition of it, basically.
Well, first sign of it.
It's the first sign of it.
It's also, there's other things. The teachings can become not even present. We have teachings still,
So
so.
we're still pretty lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Long time no see. Welcome back.
In reference to the last question, we are in degenerate times and there is no Buddha now. But Maitreya will be a future Buddha during our time, during this kalpa.
Rinpoche, kalpa de, jetsun shamba pegarabe, kalpa de. Yo mare. Kalpa de.
개원들 배그래.
Kalpa de. In this eon, yes. Maitreya will in this eon come.
Not like tomorrow.
No, this eon is, what's an eon? It's like 1,000,000 years or something. Or 10, is it 100 million? I don't know. They tried to,
I looked it up on like a scientific, and it said like almost like unimaginable. That's what they said.
Rinpoche, kalpa lo gatsudu.
All right.
개버때 야르네 야지다 만디네 니도.
Oh,
만디디 마도 손지.
I see. Kalpas aren't always the same length of time. That's interesting.
So Jeff, we'll be in a degenerate time where humanity will be degenerating
Yes.
until the next Buddha.
It'll get better, though. It'll go bad and then get better and better and better and better to Buddha.
But the whole universe could, in the meantime, dissolve and actually come back again between now and the next Buddha?
The whole universe or our universe?
Our universe or
Like the whole, like all 6 realms, you mean? Or
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
this
yeah.
world?
yeah.
Dissolve wouldn't, I mean, all sentient beings are still abiding, so they would have to go somewhere.
Limbo.
You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
place except intermediate state or among the 6 realms, according to Buddha.
Okay.
So that would be the only possibilities. So they could change, but they would have to be in one of those 6. The Rinpoche, what's the final question? I'm sorry. So what's the...
Well, would between now and Maitreya,
Yes.
would this eon have to sort of evolve?
Get worse?
Go so low that it actually goes back to 0, and then it starts counting back 1, 2, 3, 4, and building.
I think it goes to 12 years old. The lifespan of a human becomes 12 years, but let me see. Hey, Rinpoche, the tanda ngatsu the dutsu ducha, dene gemma, the sanje garike len, the ngatsu zambaling migewa mo, dene the mekashe lo juni, segure, shigure. The datayin.
셀 줘봐. lochuba the mandinos.
Then the dutsu de me mambo megewa mo Sanjay becha yurebe becha yure ale the gegen yurebe. Okay, so it's just the decline, Rinpoche said, will happen to the point where human beings' lifespan will get worse and worse. But the teachings will still be around, he said. He said they won't disintegrate, they never leave. And he said that the lifespan will get to about 10 years and then start going back up to normal way. And then Maitreya appears whenever all the conditions are, and there's enough virtue, non-virtue purified. Collectively. Individually, though. Individually, collectively. What do we got? Anything else? Yeah, go for it.
So Shambhala, you know, I think a lot of people, even if you're not Buddhist, have heard of Shambhala.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is it?
It's a pure land.
Pure land?
It's just a pure land.
Okay, so it's like a heaven kind of thing?
Yeah, pure land. I mean, you want me to ask?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know how there's all the Tashita heaven,
Well, 'cause, like,
and
I read this book. It was the history of Tibet, and this dude like bribed a Chinese guard to look inside like a room in the Patola, and it was like of all these like strange machines going into like a, I don't know. This is where
it's a story.
Yeah.
It's a story. There's a myth that there's a place you can like secretly transport to.
Yeah.
in Tibet,
Yeah.
To Shambhala.
It was weird. I didn't know what was going on, but.
Rinpoche, Shambhala, the Pula, Sachayin, Shambhala, the Dajing.
Dajing sana tan zamling khures zamling. Ngaso wao surba. Zamling khures. Zamling khoyin sare.
Shambhala. So Rinpoche is saying it is in this world. He's saying it's not the Dajing Yomare.
Dajing se mare.
Not a pure land. Because there's that's it. Yeah, because they're not everyone's, and I know that, so I don't know why I said that. Everyone's not an Arya in Shambhala, so therefore it's not a pure land. Because pure lands, the definition is that it's a place where Arya Bodhisattvas are teaching Aryas. So.
It's like a secret kingdom. I don't know.
Rinpoche, Shambhala Kabiyore.
Shambhala, Shanshu Shambhala, Natsuki Shangon de Yore Sagore. Shanshu Shambhala Sagore.
East.
Pyoki Shangon de Shambhala
East of Tibet.
Shambhala Matuka Shubishira rich.
Everyone's very rich. Then your name, Rinpoche. Namju dro tugudwe.
Lego Barata.
Garshine.
Petari Mayor.
It's in Ripa dro tugudwe. So it's another world, though. Like it's in the world, but it's not in like on Earth. When he says it's in a world, he's saying it isn't. The ngatsu the lo zambaling, Shambhala yure, lo zambaling. Then lo zambaling the Rinpoche dawa lo zambaling. Ale. So just so you know, when he says world, it's not just the earth. The moon is there. Our moon, our sun, all of that is our world. So it can be other planets. It doesn't, just because the Lo Zambaling, where we live, the world we live in, world isn't earth, according to Buddhism. World is like worlds, big, yeah, like the universe. And I don't know where, it's too much Tibetan for me to try to understand the cosmology with Rinpoche right now, of where does it end and start. But I guess that's something new to me. I guess I never thought about it because I don't care about stuff like that. Really, I think it's a waste of my thinking. Really, like how is this? Why is the cloud blue? Like all that stuff. It's empty. That's all I need to know. Let's work from there. Not knowing that's making me suffer.
Da lin jikal no kurajo de.
The Ling Jie, Charlu Papa and Lozan Baling Nu Balan Chu.
Kurajo nan zamle kowe nan da ndo ne karya gomare.
Then Rijelpo, the Korajagdu.
Rejab kurajo nan da kurajo no da kada ndo.
So then there's also a question, there's also debate, I guess, whether these world systems rotate around Mount Meru or they rotate around the moon, if they share a moon. So, yes?
I think that the Dalai Lama has had an American astronomer, Chris Impey, work with Tibetan monks and study astronomy
Is there
and
a book?
science. Chris Impey's written a lot of books, and he's been teaching, I think, in India every year
Cool.
for many years now.
Yeah, anyone who's interested in that.
Yeah, and that's the conversation, and the Dalai Lama is very interested in that, and has said, if things are disproven, then we'll look at science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you get behind the scenes and you hear, well, that's not really. We're just saying that so we don't sound crazy, and they can't see it with a machine. So that's what I hate. That's why I never study any of it, because you get into this part, you always end up at this place that's like, well, they can't see it anyway, so. Right. True.
But I do know that this astronomer has been teaching quite a few years.
Interesting. It's huge amount of information, so. Yeah, that's great. And I know that in the Abhidharma, they basically explain quantum physics in a very basic way. So it'd be neat to be able to show how that connects. We good? Concluding mandal offering and dedication prayer. Sorry that was a little choppy. We've got to do it just stanza by stanza with the current circumstances. It's just not possible. The fundamental ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun, and the moon. Imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. Dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang Drapa to shine forever. Send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. I dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well. Whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors who traverse the three times, I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay until samsara's end. Pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wandak, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the 5 great philosophical texts, the exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Suji Rinpoche Guti Shabi Denonang. This book is so small and the writing is so small, the two of us are having a